Another day, another time. Microsoft is bugging me. They want me to update. They want me to update my Windows. They require me to be using Windows 11, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not good. I do not like that one. No one should. I've seen some stuff about it, and it seems to be quite bad. So maybe it's time to ignore Microsoft. I don't know if I want to get Linux though. I don't know, man. It's gonna be annoying, but that's how it rolls. Anyway, let's see. I have some stuff for today. Let me change my music here, as per usual. Let's have some Monster Hunter relaxing music compilation. I think it's fitting for today. It's gonna be a little bit fitting, maybe perhaps. Let's see, what do we have here? Let me get my browser. Is this the Gurtleman? I think it is. Bam! Isn't this shit? I'm swearing already. It's so over for me. I've been seeing this tweet going around lately. Accepting the existence of magic in a fantasy setting should not be easier than accepting the existence of disabled people in a fantasy setting. Which, to be fair, is just a nothing burger, right? Yes, of course you're going to have disabled people. But that doesn't mean... We'll get to that later, right? But that doesn't mean you will have disabled adventurers, not in a wheelchair at least. We've all seen action characters that have some sort of physical disability, right? Like a peg leg, an eye patch, stuff like that. That's common. That's not that big of a deal. But then, of course, things have to escalate, even if it's just a little bit, right? Public service announcement. If you have an opinion on wheelchairs in fantasy role-playing games that isn't how neat or representation matters, kindly keep it to yourself because you're either ignorant or a complete jackass. Time. What is time? If you search in the Google machine fantasy wheelchair, you will get literally this image with this tiefling rogue, I assume, with that getup and that dagger on a wheelchair from an article that was released in 2021. We've been dealing with this BS for years now, and it's not good. It's not good. You can have wheelchairs if you want to, but you need to understand, if you're going to play an adventurer, an actual character that's bound to a wheelchair, you're going to have a lot of problems. That's just how it rolls. Okay, that's just how it rolls. I've never played this kind of character. I never tried to, and I don't think I ever will, unless something really specific happens, right? For a character like this to work, which it can work, okay? Let's be real, it can work because reality can be whatever the hell I want. That's the funny stuff about TRPGs. Here they just say fantasy role-playing games. I'm just going with TRPGs here because that's what we're talking about, probably. If you're playing a campaign, a setting, or whatever that has high tech, and you can justify a wheelchair that can do a lot of different things that not the regular one can, sure, I mean, that makes sense. But if you're gonna use a regular chair, which to be fair, I don't think this chair even makes sense, because you have wheels that are not parallel, so that could be a problem. The center of the wheel here is just way off the bar that connects both the wheels. So I guess this is just artistry, right? But that doesn't even seem to be functional wheelchair, which is kind of silly if we take into account what the hell we're talking about here. But let's see. I talked about this just a little bit on Tour Machine the other day, and there are a lot of things that can counter just the existence of a wheelchair. Actually, let me get that up on my other screen just to read exactly what I said, because I think it's important, right? Stairs, ladders, climbing, jumping, swimming, rough terrain, squeezing through a gap. Just name a few possible candidates to the regular wheelchair. It's not about discrimination, it's practicality. It's even worse than playing a centaur. I actually played the centaur. It worked because I had a really lenient DM, and I didn't really have that many obstacles. For some reason, I was playing a higher strength character, which helps, right? But I was allowed to climb on a rope, which for a centaur I don't think that makes sense, but it's a game. It was higher strength character. We just roll with it, right? But let's be real. If you want to make a wheelchair-bound adventurer, you're gonna have a lot of problems. Yes, you will be able to deal with a lot of them by using magic, maybe. Oh, I cast fly. Wow. Okay, that's cool. But you have to take into account that's... Speaking of D&D, right? That's 3rd level spell, that's at best, you need to be a 5th level character. You're going to have physical challenges earlier, for sure. And you're spending resources that otherwise you probably wouldn't need to. So that is still something to consider. Even at earlier levels, maybe, perhaps, I'm just talking about regular ass campaigns here. I've played TTRPGs for 3-4 years, and I think all of the campaigns that are played or run had that stuff at some point. You're gonna have a lot of trouble. You're going to have to depend on your allies, and maybe they don't mind, right? But at the end of the day, you're imposing on them, even it's a co-op game, and you might be making things harder for them. Oh, great, now I have to carry this guy, and I need to roll athletics here, and it's probably going to be harder. You don't know if it's going to be harder. Maybe your DM is actually really lenient, and it's just gonna be the same check. But that's something to consider. You're imposing on your allies. I don't think that's a good idea. Right? This reminds me of a fantastic video by Seth Skorkowski. That's a writer, and he makes YouTube videos mostly about RPG philosophy. I think he's a really good follow if you're into this stuff. Especially the do's or don'ts of TTRPGs and such. He was talking about... This video must be like 2 or 3 years old now. He was talking about making flawed characters. Making characters with flaws, that is actually really good. I think that everyone should make flawed characters in one way or another, but you shouldn't go overboard with that. He gave quite an extreme example. Hey, hello Toast, I'm reading a little bit here about stuffs and happenings. What I was saying? Oh yeah. He gave a quite an extreme example of a really good pilot that was just a brain in a jar. And yeah, of course that's not the same as playing a character in a wheelchair, but you have to understand there's some practicality here. Brain in a jar cannot work by itself, and even in official D&D books, right? You have some races that are by default hard to play, like the funny frog people, grunts I think they're called. They have to be submerged in water every day for, what was it, 15 minutes, an hour? That might be a problem. You might die because of that. You know what I'm saying? I also had a player once that wanted to play a mute character. I allowed it just because it was a funny one-shot. He had a lot of trouble trying to communicate with his allies. He ended up having to throw stuff on the ground. And yes, if that was a long campaign, I'd be like, if you want to play the strong silent type, sure. But I don't think you can be mute here. That's too much, right? That is too much. No. You need to be able to communicate with your allies. Because it's gonna be important. Ah man, I remember Savage Worlds, that was a fun system. You can even play blind characters, and a lot of us consider that because you get some good stuff out of that too. But it is so hard. So many things require perception skill, so many things require line of sight and whatnot. It's so difficult. It is so difficult. And you have blind characters in Fiction that are really cool, right? Like, I don't know, Toph in Avatar The Last Airbender. But she has supernatural perceptions, so it's not the same. Not a lot of systems allow for that. And sometimes it sucks, but yeah, if you're gonna be an adventurer, being blind, that's gonna be difficult, dude. That's gonna be rough. At the same time, you have a lot of characters, or a lot of people, or some people at least, that make characters that even if they're able-bodied, they don't want to go on adventures. Oh, I just want to I just want to grill. That kind of guy. It's, okay, sure. You failed. You need to make a character that wants to go on an adventure. And you can always create a silly reason for that. Money. I need money. Wow. So impressive. Who would have thought about that? But if you want to make a guy that's, I just want to grill. Why don't you wanna grill a T-Rex in an ancient jungle? That sounds cool. Way better than pork and beef at home, I hope. But anyway, speaking of D&D, I also found this article which I found quite strange, because I don't really know what they're going for here. Let's see. Gameloft is making a D&D survival life sim RPG set in the Forgotten Realms. The Forgotten Realms are becoming D&D survival life sim RPG. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot from there, and I don't know what's the what are they trying to make here. I guess it's inspired a little bit on what was the name of the game again? Stardew Valley, maybe, which some D&D flair, but I don't think it's gonna work logic-wise. I might be wrong, but you know, let's read. Gameloft Montreal. Montreal. I don't know how I feel about that. The story behind Disney, Dreamlight Valley, and LEGO Star Wars Castaways, I've never heard about those, has revealed that it's working on a new Dungeons & Dragons life sim survival action RPG hybrid in collaboration with Wizards of the Coast, who owns the D&D IP. Yes, we know that. Actually, it's funny, because I've seen the news about Wizards of the Coast firing Larry and stuff, and Larry be like, yeah, we don't want to make Baldur's Gate 3 DLC or Baldur's Gate 4. So, yeah, there seems to be some sort of big disagreement there. It's interesting. I think that Wizards of the Coast keep making a lot of mistakes lately. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. That's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing to behold. The game is set to take place with the Forgotten Realms, the same D&D setting where the Baldur's Gate series takes place. Cancel the backdrop for 2013's Neverwinter along with a long list of other games. Well, I'm not big into try Baldur's Gate 3, but damn their space. Yeah, modern games are really big. I've been seeing some stuff. It seems fun. It seems like a fun game at least, so that's cool. That's cool. So all the games have or Baldur's Gate 3, not both. It's not big. They're really big. They're really big nowadays. You need to get some serious hard drive. It is rough. It is rough. I just made my new PC was 2 years ago. It is beefy. I have a lot of space, but I still struggle sometimes. Oh yeah, this is just almost 200 gigabytes. What do you mean 200 gigabytes? Jeez, it's hard. I'm not struggling too much at the moment, but I could be. It's rough. But yeah, I'm not huge in D&D lore, but I'm pretty sure the Forgotten Realms is the standard setting of D&D. So they need to do the reps. In Baldur's Gate 3 DLC would probably be suicide to your disk space. Well, good news. Apparently that's not gonna be a thing. Well, quote unquote good. I expect people to make mods still. Mods are usually a thing when games are so how do you say that? I don't know. But yeah, when they get so famous and so successful, right? Like Skyrim. Where was I? Here, yes. The Forgotten Realms were designed by game designer Ed Greenwood. They're known to be filled with all manner of beasts and supernatural happenings. So there's no telling what we'll face once the as yet unnamed game arrives. Okay. I have some stuff here from the Instagram. The image is just, I mean, the image is cool, but it's not really evocative, I don't think. We're thrilled to announce we're partnering with world's greatest role-playing game, D&D Wizards. From Wizards of the Coast, D&D. Okay, D&D. The IP holder and the division of Hasbro to publish a new PC and console game. Also console. I guess that makes sense. Shouldn't be that difficult nowadays. Game Loft Montreal, the creators behind the award-winning Disney Dreamlight Valley and LEGO Star Wars Castaways, are working on a game set in the mythical Forgotten Realms with a unique cooperative gameplay built around an innovative hybrid of survival, life simulation, and action RPG. Hold up! Action RPG? This gotta be Stardew Valley risking. There's no way you have action RPG D&D. That makes sense. Well, maybe. Because apparently stuff like some of the old Star Wars games, like, was it Knights of the Old Republic? It was based on D&D rules, so I guess maybe. I don't know. We need some more information for this, but it's gonna be something. That's not how they make it work. Yeah, I guess, but from the get-go, it sounds weird. Okay, I will say as much. It sounds weird. Players can expect an adventure where the rich lore of this legendary franchise meets real-time survival in a unique campaign of resilience, camaraderie, and danger at nearly every turn. Stay tuned. Might be unique, but it might also be trash. That's what happens sometimes. There's no set release date or any more details currently available about the game, but in their Instagram post, Gameloft states that players can expect an adventure where the rich lore of this legendary franchise means yes, we're about this already. I don't need to reiterate. Blake Boreas, executive producer at Gameloft Montreal, has said, "We're all big fans of D&D and are already hard at work bringing our concept to life. including growing our team, and we look forward to sharing more details in the future. Gonna be unique. Eating events, SVP. I don't know what that is. After the digital strategy and licensing at Wizards of the Coast, say about the game loved. Given their impressive record building incredible new experiences with major IPs, combined with their passion for D&D and vision for this game, we are confident they will create an experience that will delight fans worldwide. Currently, the Eastern Post, Game Loft is also actively recruiting for the project, so it's just pretty much, hey, we're working on this, but we haven't done pretty much anything yet. Which I guess makes sense. But if we... Game Loft Montreal. And let's see. And this is going close. Our studios. That's a lot of places. Or gift for everyone. I think gifts for everyone makes sense. Let's see. Can we see everything here? No, we don't. Don't worry about it. Let's open this up a little bit. And that's gonna be behind me. And that is fine. I can make this a little bit smaller. There we go. This is Speed the Storm. Oh, I remember this game! I never played it, but I know people were talking about this. Good to go, Ness. See you again. Okay, have fun. Have fun. Thank you for coming. Yes, latest. See you later, too, then. I remember. Let's see. I don't really know what this game is about. But you had the quote-unquote Disney adults. I don't like the name, but you know, getting a little bit crazy about this. It was a little bit like some sort of sim kind of game. I don't know. I'm not sure. This was on Steam. Maybe not. PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Switch. Yeah, not on Steam. That's weird. That is so strange. That is so strange. Should be easy to port. You have the Steam logo here. So maybe it's available? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Legends or Trip. Did they make a new one? Okay. Age of Empires. Dungeon Hunter 6, okay. This, I'm gonna be real. Most of this just seems like, hey look, Dungeon Hunter 5. There's a thing too. Most of this looks like mobile game slop, if I'm honest. Also, flash games from the early 2000s. I'm not really holding my breath for that, but you know. But you know, oh man, I need to blow my nose. I'm struggling here. Let me mute for a second here. Anyway, let's see. Speaking of strange stuff, let me make this a little bit smaller here. Like this. Make this bigger. I will need to pause my music for a second here, but don't worry about it. Here we have this. Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger here so we can just see the video. Western game developers are screaming at GTC 2024 against Gamergate, patriarchy, and the industry. They're having a normal one. All the same behavior. No wonder they end up making female characters look like vegan gremlins. The West has fallen. Yes. Ah, shit, that's loud. Me when I go Super Saiyan? Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do with this. It seems extremely silly. But I have to say, it feels nostalgic. It takes me back to 2016. Not in a good way, but hey, we can laugh at them sometimes, right? We can laugh at them a little bit. I don't even want to know what they're trying to do here, but yeah, they're just screaming because stuff we don't like. Alright, at least my rumbling is a little bit coherent. Kinda. Okay, kinda. I know. Speaking of incoherent screeching, pull up your crab raves. Ah, shit, I need to make this a little bit bigger now. That makes sense. That's okay. Kotaku EAC resigns over new editorial edict. The staff at the site will be expected to create 50 guides a week. It's so jober for them. I think this article is so funny. It's so funny, dude. Let's see. Jen Glannon, who took over as editor-in-chief of Kotaku in October, resigned Thursday. In a resignation letter sent by Aftermath, Glennon says that she made the choice to the management team's recent decision to deprioritize news in favor of guides. Quote-unquote news, okay? We've seen the articles. That's not news, those are just... how do they call them again? I know they have a name, but I'm blanking out on the proper term. Hit pieces? I guess hit piece is a... correct. It will be correct. Clarence, the second editor-in-chief of Kotaku since Stephen Tillow's departure in 2021, following Patricia Hernandez, who was fired in August 2023. Far from Kotaku. Jesus Christ. Aftermath, co-founder Riley McLeod functioned as interim editor-in-chief prior to Hernandez's hiring. After careful consideration, I have concluded that the current management structure and decision-making processes at Geo Media are not aligned with my values and goals for Kotaku. Oh, jeez! Thank goodness! You're like 13 years late, though. Just so people will understand what I'm trying to say here. I think I first heard of this page at around 2012, give or take, 2011, 2012, and it was already a joke. And apparently this site is just 20 years old. It has been a joke for most of the time, if not for all, so... you know, I don't know what to tell you. Lauren wrote in her letter of resignation, which was addressed to Geo Media executives Jim Spawnfeller and Leah Goldman. I firmly believe that the decision to invert Kotaku's editorial strategy to deprioritize news in favor of guides is fundamentally misguided. Misguided! They said the thing. Given the current infrastructure of the site, Glenn wrote, this decision is directly contradicted by months of traffic data and shows an astonishing disregard for the livelihoods of the remaining writers and editors who work here. Apparently, I don't know how true there is, they only have like 7 writers left, which is funny. But let's see, what they're saying here is prioritize news. These are not news, these are not actual news, this is just look how terrible the gamers are. They're so evil, they're so toxic, they love their isms and their phobias. That's not news. That's just propaganda machine. Also, current infrastructure. Yes, you will need to clean completely the company. That would be an epic gamer wing. Maybe not gamer, but you know, it would be going to the correct side. That seems something normal that I should do if you're actually trying to write about games and gaming and not just write hit pieces about this week's drama, you know? Disregard for the livelihoods of the remaining writers and editors. Yes, what did you expect? You're not special for writing BS. Kotaku, what do you mean by this? Don't be silly. Planning also announced her resignation on Twitter, writing, "I resigned from Kotaku and you can spam followers an error." I'm saying this, I don't know what that means. I don't know what it is. I don't think they're calling him a vegan, which could be correct, but you know, currently so close to the situation, which could be my mother for all intents and purposes, because who knows, honestly. Kotaku's staff will be expected to create 50 games a week at the site. Currently, Kotaku's homepage features a prominent game tips and guides module at the top of the page, in a space that was previously reserved for major stories and breaking news. Staff members have criticized the homepage redesign on social media, and then Kotaku's major source of traffic is not guides. I'm sorry. Does Kotaku really have actual traffic? I guess they're friends and families. Aftermath reached out to GeoMedia. Aftermath is the site for comment, but did not immediately receive a response. Which makes sense, since Great Hill Partners' acquisition of the sites, then known as Gizmodo Media in 2019. Oh, I remember that debacle. The overall portfolio has a decline in traffic. That's what I'm saying. As well as an exodus of editorial leadership and staff, the co-founders of Aftermath included. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know that. Most recently, Spamfowler announced the sale of Deadspin and the layoff of all staff working there. In November, Paste bought former GeoMedia site Jezebel, following the site's closure, and a full layoff of its staff. In March 2023, former Geo site Lifehacker was sold to Ziff Davis. This breaking news story has been updated. That's interesting. That is interesting. And of course, they're having a normal one about this. Let me take a sip of my water first. Delicious. Delicious. Here we have people having a normal one. That's a little bit small, a little bit. So it's easier on everyone here. You know what? Fuck it. Here's a small cup of tea. Management doesn't even care about the quality of the guides. Well, they never did about the quality of anything if you were writing bullshit there, you know? They want us to aggregate them from the sides like a literal canned meal. I think that's a common practice, actually. I don't think it's good, but you know. They're destroying people's livelihoods, gags me, not in the good way. Is this a Dick Sacking joke? I think it is. Destroying people's livelihoods. I hate to bring it to you. Once again, I'm the bearer of ill omens and common sense in these trying times. If you're bad at your job, you're gonna get fired or demoted, at least. If your boss doesn't want you around anymore for whatever reason, you're gonna get fired. If you have outlived your usefulness, you're gonna get fired. You're not special. You're just another silly guy on this gay earth. That's gonna happen to you too. Sorry to break it to you. But that's how life works. You're not special, you're not an elite. You're just in the mess, creating stuff on the internet. Not that different from me, mind you, in that regard. I don't write, I just... As I said before, I turn games into BS. That's my superpower. But that's gonna happen to you. That's gonna happen to you. Last thing I'll say is this. Someone at the top tells you to just get guys down, because the AV Club watches full seasons of our show and still produces their stories. This has to be a really easy job. And you're complaining about it. The Alliance proof that they don't understand what we do. They understand what you do, but what you're doing, it's not what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, the humanity. I write about games, so I need to play them? Oh no! How could this happen to me? So silly. There's just another one. I don't have that on top, so let me look that up. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we can keep staring at that one. I'm gonna use the other browser here. Where's my stuff here? Let's see. I think Jeremy was talking about this. Jeremy from the Quartz Ring. He's a silly guy. He might be a silly guy. Let's see. Ah, shit, maybe not. Maybe it was not him. Oh, yes it is. Yes it is, baby. Okay, open image in the tab. Copy that. Let's go back here. And let's open this one. We even have the archive link, which is cool. Oh, do you remember this woman? Illusion Mercante? She was the one that wrote the hit piece about, ooh, sweet baby indicators are a bunch of this and that. Ooh, the Gamergate too. They're so evil and so toxic. And she wrote this. This is not new, right? This is December 21st, 2023. I think it's damning, still. I'm just gonna go back to sex work because at least then when I get fucked a lot, I'll get paid well for it. Well, a literal whore. By admission, so strange. What a strange world we live in. And yes, apparently she was doing some spicy stuff. I looked for that a little bit. I found nothing. I just found she has an Instagram, a private one, so no snooping around, sadly. And she has also a Twitch account with a little bit over 200 followers, which doesn't seem to be a lot. I don't want to talk, you know, but still, if you're going to be giving yourself credit as a quote-unquote influencer, no, that's not it. That's not it. Speaking of getting fucked in the ass, I also found this thing here, and I think I will need to make it bigger and move stuff around a little bit. Oh, wrong key. There we go. From the Pokemon Company, Catch a Career. Director, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Social Responsibility. The Pokemon Company International. This is nothing new. They've been doing this stuff for some years now. It's not surprising to me. It is funny. It is funny that it's just the same frame of time that they've been making terrible games, because let's be real, everything there is 3D, new 3D, not GameCube 3D, has been an absolute disaster. Scarlet and Violet was fun, but the state of those games were pretty much unforgivable. If you want to boycott them, it's gonna be easy. Oh man, all games. They're here forever. Dare I say, dare I speak the forbidden H word? Yes. Hack rooms. They're pretty cool. Fun games. Ooh, I love those. I love those. Still, let's read a little bit of this. Getting at the Pokemon Company International. I don't think I will. Pokemon Company International is a subsidiary of the Pokemon Company in Japan, manages the property outside of Asia, and is responsible for brand management, licensing, marketing, the Pokemon trading card game, the animated TV series, home entertainment, and the official Pokemon website. Pokemon was launched in Japan in 1996, and today is one of the most popular children's entertainment properties in the world. One of the most, I think it's number one actually. Money-wise, they make bank. Jeez. They're more like, no, I don't need to do that. Get another role. Get title. Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Social Responsibility. I think this comma here should be an off, right? Director of. I don't know, this is just kind of legal speak. I'm lost. I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, summary. The Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Social Responsibility. So you are the Director, DEIs, as a title, which sounds goofy, not gonna lie. Facilitates and promotes the Pokemon Company International's global culture and innovation. That's silly. As per usual. Oh shit, where was I? Culture of innovation, diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. You guys make games and for kids, actually. That makes a lot of sense when you think 2 seconds about it, though. This role will partner with the DISR. Jesus Christ. Baby, please kill me. Team to build diversity, equity, and inclusion and social responsibility initiatives and programs to influence employee engagement, talent acquisition, talent management, charitable community engagement, and marketable opportunities across our global team to engage and retain talent and foster relationships in local and global communities. I hate to be, once again, the bearer of bad news, the holder of the ill omen, and the avatar of common sense. But if you worry too much about diversity, equity, inclusion, and social responsibility, since you want to keep using passwords here, I'm gonna be real. You're going to acquire stuff, but it's not gonna be talent. Not actual talent, okay? They don't give a fuck. Let's be real, they don't care. This is not about money, this is just about the message. This role will ensure that the core elements of TPCI culture are well defined and ever present to employees. Jesus Christ, ever present to employees. Big Brother is watching, brother. It's so dystopian. It's so dystopian. No, this is not happening. They're saying it is. What do you mean? They're saying it is. I'm just echoing their words here. Nothing more than a Yamabeiko now. Highlighting engagement as an essential component to support the positive, diverse, inclusive, innovative, and high achievement environment. You see, this by itself is not bad. The thing is, it's not diversity and inclusion of ideas. I think anything now makes no sense, right? Nothing makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Diverse ideas, that's cool. We need to hire people because skin color or sex or I don't know, sexual preference. That is strange. That is strange to me. If I were to hire someone to work for me, I would want high skill individuals. I don't know what to tell you. That's just me. A relic of the ancient times. This position will report to the Vice President and Chief Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Officer. Lead the DEISR team and will partner with stakeholders across the organization and operate as an internal business consultant. Jesus Christ, these are a lot of words to just say Inquisitor. Call them Inquisitors, and at least the name would be cool as fuck. But no. Also, Vice President and Chief Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Officer. Jesus Christ. What a name, huh? What a name. God damn. What are you gonna do? Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. As representative people leader for the DI and SR department, including mentorship and development responsibilities for members of the team. Inquisitor. 50% of the time will be direct leadership, guidance and development of the existing team. 50% will be strategy implementation. But 50-50, right? You cannot do 51-49, that's illegal. That seems silly. Yes, I'm just taking the piss now. I know, I understand. Come on. At least let's have a laugh here, because this is disgusting behavior. Partner with the CDO to develop and execute a global diversity, equity, and inclusion and social responsibility strategy that amplifies the creative culture, talent, brand, employment value proposition. Employment value, let me tell you, non-existent. During the communication and education strategy to highlight the PCI's commitment and comprehension of DEI. And now we wonder why the games are so bad. They're trying to churn at least one a year. And they're having really talented folks here, right? Jesus Christ. It might not be that, it might just be crunching on burnout, but as per usual, it's the fault of the higher-ups. Like always. Realignment of DI goals with business strategy for both internal employees, external fans, and the communities we serve. Collaborate in developing and integrating DI goals into business processes, practices, and programs to help grow and retain a diverse workforce. Wouldn't you want to skill the people to work for you? Once again, no. It's just about the message. The fact that these people are still making manga is just... you know? Partnership with HRBPs, the development and implementation of strategic diversity and employee engagement initiatives. Collaboration across talent management to address training, recruiting, onboarding, and strategic outreach programs related to global DEISR and engagement. Partnership with talent acquisition to strengthen diversity sourcing strategies, and align with key diversity sourcing associations and vendors to support workforce equity. Why would you want to use massist bullshit to run your company? That makes no fucking sense to me. So, partnership with talent acquisition for more diversity at the source. Well, not at the source, but just directly from hiring, that's what I'm trying to say here. And support workforce equity. No? Why the hell would you do that? I hate collectivism in this world. And I had to fight collectivism at my job before. Okay? You have that people going like, okay, if you are not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. We're not speaking about social BS here, but the thinking process is the same, so I think that's interesting. And stuff like, if someone makes a mistake, everyone is responsible for it. And I was like, that sounds like global punishment. I don't think that's the proper term, but it is a war crime, you know? If my mates at work make a mistake, yes, maybe it is I, the person that has to fix it. However, I am not to blame for that. That is collectivism. That happened years ago. Okay, that happened years ago. But still lives rent free in my mind. Huh? I hate people. At least that kind of people. It makes no goddamn sense to me. Everyone with talent acquisition and employer branding initiatives, like the brand from Berserk? That'd be cool, but please don't. Collaborate with TPCI operational leadership to apply a global DISSRI. You have another I now? What is going on, dude? Less the marketplace activities. Fuck. It's just BS. It's just propaganda. I'm flabbergasted because it's just propaganda. Right, thought leadership. Jesus Christ. And expertise in creating and supporting appropriate DEI infrastructure, such as an advisory council and /or employee resource groups. ERGs. ESG. They're the same. I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly now. Organizing great employee-focused events, including company updates, employee engagement and appreciation. I didn't appreciate that. Provide student guidance for the DISR team to manage events from agenda setting to promotion and execution. And partner within the team to broaden and execute global corporate social responsibility strategy that is aligned with TPCS culture, values, and business goals. You guys keep saying the same stuff over and over and over. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Okay, I'm going to skip this because it's pretty much the same as whatever we've already seen. Remain current on the laws, regulations, and policies pertaining to equal employment opportunity programs and provide leadership on this across the organization. This is probably the most useful thing you've ever seen today. But of course, equal employment opportunity just means the government, please give me money. Look how diverse I am. I fucking hate Canada now. I hate them. And then partner with team to establish key performance indicators, KPIs. I'm still going super shy here, dude. What can I say? I'm struggling now. I don't care. And accountability mechanisms to keep the organization focused on DA goals, of course, while translating data and recommendations to concrete actions. That's ominous. Define measurements of success and establish metrics and dashboards to inform strategic planning, decision making, track engagement, and community outreach related to DI and CSR initiatives/performance. Get them. Hold self and others accountable by modeling company values, my bad, and translate strategic objectives into actionable items to inspire others to behave and operate at their best. Accountability. Once again, if they're talking to you about accountability, that is communist BS, as per usual. Ooh, accountability. If it's about money or numbers in general, cool. If it's about the actions and the other stuff, shut up. I just don't care. You know? And you'll bring. Hopefully. Let's see. 12 plus years of relevant professional experience plus 5 years of people management experience or demonstrated equivalent level of expertise. Okay. Bachelor's degree in a related field or a demonstrated equivalent level of applicable experience. Wait, isn't bachelor actually kind of low for this? I'm not quite sure how the Americas work in this regard, but that seems low. Might be wrong. I'm taking the L here. I don't know. Experience as a DI practitioner and leader of an array of DI topics including resources, tools, and industry best practices. Industry best practices. DEI. Big one. Big one. Only one. Excellent technical, project management, and communication skills. Okay, sure. That's gonna happen no matter what. Excellent presentation and public speaking skills. That makes sense. Excellent data analysis skills. I get it. Solutions orientation approach. That makes sense. Proven track record of success in cultivating relationships through collaboration, including working with senior leadership. That makes sense. Most of this just management stuff you need. Okay? But still, you need to belong in the cult. Which also makes sense, but I don't like it. Ability to lead multiple projects concurrently. Makes sense. Proficiency in Microsoft Office suite. What? I get it, but that seems silly. That seems like a really low bar compared to the other stuff. I don't know what to tell you. That got me off guard a little bit. Hey, you'll be successful. The message. Passion for Pokemon. It develops an understanding of the Pokemon brand, the impact it has on our people, culture, business, fans, and communities, and applying that knowledge and passion to everything you do. I think you failed already with this one. I think you failed. I don't know. It is still strange. You know what I'm saying? Changing the expected. Okay, yeah, sure. Approaches challenges with curiosity and creativity, embracing the possibility of failure as an opportunity to learn something new. Develop innovative ideas, solve complex problems, and identify unique opportunities. Usual stuff, sure. Integrity and respect. Demonstrate integrity and respect by leading with empathy, listening to others, taking out different perspectives, and taking personal responsibilities for decisions, actions, and results. They usually ask for this, but I don't really think they practice this much. Integrity and respect? In companies? You have to be smoking now. You have to be smoking. That's not happening. That's not a thing. We wish it was, but it is not. Dedicated to quality. Takes ownership to maintain and promote high standards. Looks for new ways to learn and improve, and embraces a growth mindset to seek and apply feedback from others in effort to continuously improve. More corporate BS. Sure, they're always going to ask for this, or expect this, or whatever. Better relationships. Develops and strengthens relationships, adopting a team-first mentality, and working collaboratively to solve problems and meet shared goals. Markup or speak, sure. Delighting customers. Listens and understands the interests and needs of our customers and stakeholders, making them feel heard and important, and embracing these learnings to continue delivering a unique Pokemon experience. Listening and understanding stakeholders, sure. Customers? You have to be joking. Absolutely not. You have been failing at this for almost 10 years. Come on now. Don't be silly. Don't be silly with us. Let's see. What aspect? An employee first culture? Sure. You can believe that if you will. If you wish. Well, it's all the same sometimes. Common events that celebrate the spirit of Pokemon. Okay. Competitive cash-based compensation programs. Okay. Base salary range for this role, new hires generally start between 188,000 to 211,850. Jesus Christ, numbers please. The full range is 178,000 to 667,000. That's some good money. This range is applicable for the labor market, where the role is intended to be hired. Final base salaries directly related to each candidate's qualifications and professional experience uniquely. I guess that makes sense. I don't know if that's legal actually, but that would make sense. 100% employer paid healthcare premiums for you. Okay. We get dental, apparently. Teachers paid family leave, that's cool. Employer paid life insurance, that's cool. Employer paid long and short-term income protection insurance. I don't know how that works, sure. US employees 401k employer matching. You should be way above that, but sure. UK IRE Ireland Republic E I don't know. Pension employer contributions, okay, sure. Fitness reimbursement. They have gyms now? That's Pokemon, I guess that makes sense. Member benefit, that's cool. LinkedIn learning. What? I don't know, I never liked LinkedIn. Comprehensive relocation package, okay. Hybrid work environment. That's cool. Should we apply for this? What you bring? I don't think I have any of this. Not even this one. Probably. Nah, shit. I don't have this one. And I think I don't have this one. I don't think that's enough. It'd be funny. It'd be funny. It'd be funny. First vtuber Pokemon Corpo. Like high position Corpo. That's what I'm trying to say. I will become the Chuba character from Scarlet and Violet. I don't even remember her name. But yeah. No wonder Pokemon games are trash and have been trash for a while. Especially the last game, Jesus Christ. Characters were ugly as fuck. It's not even funny. They were so ugly, dude. They also had a literal fanboy gym leader. That was a thing that happened. I thought that was a woman's at first. And you had some strange students. Let's just skip it that. But yeah, just stop buying the games. They're not even good. They're not even good, dude. They're riddled with bugs, glitches, and whatnot. Performance issues in Scarlet and Violet were absolutely wild. I don't understand how they released that game at that state. When the game runs better in an emulator than the original hardware, you have a problem there. I've seen the videos. Jesus Christ. Anyway, speaking of funny stuff from the 90s dying, I think this is the last thing for today. Yes, this is also happening now. Original The Crow director rejects remake, says film should remain untouched out of respect for Brandon Lee. It is his legacy. That's how it should remain. And I agree. And holy shit, this looks ugly as fuck. Head driving, Bill Skarsgård gets snatched in The Crowd 2024. Looks horrible. Where is the long hair, dude? I am a better fit. And I'm just a silly blue guy on the internet. What are you doing? And like many fans of the Steve Crowd film adaptation, director Alex Proyas. Oh yeah, I didn't keep the name before. Alex Proyas is of the opinion that the film should never receive a remake, because the original is not just a movie. I've watched that last year. It is still a pretty good movie. But rather stands as a testament to the talent and tragedy of its star, driving actor Brandon Lee. Yep. I've seen some people being like, well, maybe the curse can repeat itself with this one. I'm not saying that, people said that, okay? I just speak for the Twitter machine sometimes. Price offered his understanding but firm in the disapproval of the upcoming Bill Skarsgård-led remake. In response to the massive dislike ratio the film's debut trailer received on YouTube, which as of writing sitting at 64,000 likes to 93,000 dislikes. This is just an approximation, okay? The how are they called again? Extensions? They don't work as well anymore. It's just an approximation. Hearing CBR's coverage of the trailer's poor reception to his personal Facebook account on March 18th, Royce asserted, "I really don't get any joy from seeing negativity about any fellow filmmaker's work. And I'm certain that the cast and crew really had all good intentions. Did they though? I'm not even sure about that anymore. As we all do in any film, so it pains me to say any more on this topic, but I think the fans' response speaks volumes. It does. The Crow is not just a movie," he added. Brandon Lee died making it, and it was finished as a testament to his lost brilliance and tragic loss. Reiterative, sure. It is his legacy. That's how it should remain. Yes. It's the screenshot. Unsurprisingly, this is not the first time Proyas has voiced his opposition of the idea of remaking The Crow. During on the 61st episode of the It's Husey Hello podcast in 2020, when asked for his opinion on the project by the show's eponymous host, Adam Hughes, the director likewise reacted the idea on the grounds that Brownlee made that movie what it is. He made that movie, he made that character, and he did. Jesus Christ, he was a fantastic actor. Such loss, such loss. We have a screenshot here from the comic. And you can see, he has long hair. Long hair love. That character was not taken from a comic book, that was Brandon, he argued. And Brandon Lee died making that movie. He paid the worst price anyone could ever pay making a movie, and it's his legacy. The guy would have been a huge star after that movie. Absolutely. He wasn't able to overdo that. So that's what the movie is, Prius ultimately affirmed. It's not just a movie that can be remade. It's one man's legacy. Yeah, I'm a little bit stuffy. And should be treated with a level of respect. Yes, absolutely. It is such a fantastic movie still. 30 years later, it is such a good movie. Further, in response to the recent reveal of Scargo's take on trading, Boya simply dismissed, Eric Draven's having a bad hair day. Next reboot, thanks. This looks horrible. This is nothing like The Crow. What is this here, dude? I'm not even gonna go with the diversity hire here on the right. What is this hair, dude? What is this outfit? No. No, this guy just looks like a trashy track addict from other day instead of a kind of a metalhead from the 90s. It fails. Absolute fails. As per usual. As per usual. Because they try to make it modern. It doesn't work because it's not modern. It's classic. What are you doing? The crowd doesn't make any sense if it's not set on the year it has to be setting. You know? For those unaware of the specific tragedy which befell the Song of Martial Arts legend Bruce Lee, during filming of The Crow, with only one day left on set, the actor was fatally shot during his scene by a poorly inspected prop gun. Yeah, he got Baldwin. That's sad. As a result of the actor's death, its original distributor, Paramount, proceeded to drop the film, as imagined that Lee's death would leave the project forever incomplete. However, it was eventually picked up by Miramax, who in turn funded its true rights reshoots, and CGI needed to superimpose Brandon's face over that of his body double, Chad Stahelski, in order to finish it. And I'm gonna be real. As I said, I've seen this movie just last year. It was October, November. I just got that on the TV, right? If there was CGI for that, I didn't realize. I'm gonna be that guy. I didn't realize. It was really well done. Still, a really good movie. Don't need to remake it. And by Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, and Ghost in the Shell 2017. Director Rupert Sanders, the Crow remake, is currently on track to start testing its luck with US movie audiences on June 7th. It's gonna fail. It's probably gonna fail. I don't know what to tell you. And it's funny. It's funny, right? I've seen that news article. Maybe I can pull that up. Let me take a look here. Maybe I have been bundling into comics too. Let's see if I can find it here. Do I have? Yes, I have a search option. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. No. Maybe it was not here. Oh man, unlucky. No, I don't find it. I don't find it. Hello? Tracking, please? Are you... There we go! Jesus Christ! I cannot find it fast. Which is sad. And there was that announcement... let me pull this back up again. There was that announcement that they were going to release on theaters again all the Spider-Man movies from the early 2000s up to the newer ones, I guess. And apparently, some people say I didn't really look too much into that one, right? But apparently that's because of Madam Web's poor performance. So that is interesting. That's interesting. They still try to get easy money from all the movies and whatnot, and they fail because the newer movies are bad, and they end up having to re-release the old ones. Jeez. I think there was some sort of I don't know if there was a project. I don't remember too much about it, but I remember that I think it was Warner Bros. There was an article with some of the directors or producers, some higher ups there. It's been a while since that was early last year, maybe? I'm not sure. They were talking about how, well, we haven't done anything really with the Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings IP in a while, so maybe we should do something. And people, understandably, were going like, but why? What are you trying to do here? The tale of the Lord of the Rings, that is finished. You made the movies already. Nothing to do here. What about Harry Potter? The same stuff. You made the movies. What do you want to do? And of course you have that Amazon series that they're making about Harry Potter. That's going to be probably a disaster because the quote-unquote target audience for that now they hate J.K. Rowling because they're far-right activists. She's not. She's just, let's say, wary of trans people. That's the crime she committed for the comments on Twitter. So I don't know. I wouldn't trust Amazon really, especially after the disaster that was the Rings of Power. I didn't see it. I watched a couple of reviews of that. That seems to be absolutely terrible in all counts. And I don't really care too much that the elf guy is black. I care too much that he has short hair again. Elves should have long hair. Just put on a wig. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Come on now, but costumes. Oh, the costumes were ugly. They were so ugly. They were so low quality too. And apparently the main plot was riddled with inconsistencies and character interactions that made no sense. And yeah, they're still making the second season. Let's see if they learned their lesson. Spoiler, they will not. They will not. I also remember reading some of the articles about that, right? Like, oh man, but the original movies of the Lord of the Rings are wrong, right? Because you see here, in the Rings of Power, that's supposed to be a prequel to the movies. Quote unquote, sarcastic quotes, mind you, sequel. So she shouldn't be just a politician and a magician, she should be a badass girl boss warrior. She never was. Well, they tried to make her one in the Amazon series, but that was never the character. Why do you want to make badass female characters that are just a poor man's male character? Not only you have masculine traits on them, like being strong, being independent, or whatever, right? They usually have to be really strong in combat. Yes, I'm looking at you, Captain Marvel. And they also have the worst qualities of the quote-unquote toxic masculinity. And they end up being mercies. Absolutely. They cannot have shit in Detroit, dude. That's the current state of things. But you know the Tolkien quote, right? I need to look it up because I don't remember. Tolkien, let me see. Tolkien quote on life, on love, no. On evil. What's on evil? Ah, there is. Jesus Christ, from Reddit. From Reddit of all places. They're a bunch of nerds. Checks out. Evil cannot create anything new. They can only corrupt and ruin what with forces have invented or made. I think it was exactly like this, but that's the spirit of the quote, at least. Yes, that was happening. They cannot create new stuff because they are too preoccupied with ideologies, politics, BS. Okay, that's just BS. So that's the sad point we're at right now. And I absolutely love when they try to get at you like, you just hate the women, you just hate the minorities. No, I don't give a fuck. Dude, what do you mean? These people, they haven't seen me play Toho Project, and that shows, right? They're just full female roster every single time. I don't know. They just want to obfuscate. It's so silly. It is so tiring. But still, we have to call them out every single time because they're being clowns, they're being useful idiots, they understand nothing, they just consume. And speaking of consuming, I don't have a... or do I? I might, actually. I might have something here, let me... I know how to write, thank you very much. That's it. No... Ah, fuck me. I'm a little bit slow here, please understand, let's see. So there we go. There we go. Let's see. Where's the screenshot? There it is. That's the tweet. Dragon's Dogma 2. It's released. Not only it's like $70, it's also a DLC machine. Oh, but you can get absolutely everything here. It's not bad. You can get all that in-game. And maybe... let's assume that it's true. I don't know, okay? Let's just assume that it's true. Sure. Then why does this exist? Stop eating this. The fact that this exists is bad. It is bad. It normalizes probably the worst monetization I've ever seen. And you have things here. Once again, sure, let's assume you can get all of this in game. I'm willing to believe that. I don't know. Sure, I will believe that. Why do you have optional DLC for 42? I was about to say 24 because I'm the man's. $42. They're just consumables, quote unquote consumables, right? There's some other stuff here. From a single player game, I don't understand. And you have people defending this. Oh, but some people don't have time to play a lot. Yeah, and why would you want to skip content like this? I don't get it. If you don't have a lot of time to play, wouldn't that actually be good? That means your game lasts longer, right? That's what I think at least. And yes, there's also other problems with the game, like performance. I watched just a little bit of Clear's stream the other day. She has a really beefy PC. She has a 4090. That's way better than what I have. I have a 3070, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at that. And even with that, her game was chugging in the cities. That's bad, dude. That's bad performance. You also cannot make new characters, apparently, or start the game from scratch, which is strange to say the least. And you know, there's still Capcom. That I'm not feeling hopeful for Monster Hunter Wilds at all. I'm preparing myself to skip that game. I probably will. I don't like World, I said it before. I think the design philosophy for Monster Hunter World is absolutely backwards. And if they're gonna keep doing this, because remember, they're cacking the modding scene. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be funny. It's not gonna be absolutely fantastic. So, you know, I think I might end up skipping Monster Hunter Wilds. And that's on my own terms. And I don't care. I ain't gonna be that guy. If Monster Hunter becomes something I don't like, I'd rather stop playing the game than hate it. I had my gripes already with World. That's not happening again. We still have like a year to that release, so things could change. Once again, I'm not holding my breath here. It is sad but true. And also, yes, I'm starting to become quite anti-DLC lately. It's just cosmetics. I don't care. To the trash. To the trash. Oh, it's just in-game items that you can get normally. To the trash. Oh, it is new content and this is an indie game. I shall allow you to leave. For now. It's oh so tiresome. Anyway, I ain't gonna get the hell out of here, dude. I rented enough for today. We'll come back on Monday as per usual. Keep trying with that Dragon Quest 3. I'll level up a little bit. I can think my party is like 14, 15. I think they're doing okay, but I still feel myself a little bit weak. I may get another level before that. I say how I feel about that. Anyway, time for me to fuck off. So thank you for coming. Hope you have some fun maybe with my BS here. And I will see you soon. Take care.